Did I make it? Oh my. I made it out of a scav raid. All right. Well, it's been another day in Tarkov, and once again it was a learning experience. I learned a lot of new things in my second day trying to escape from Tarkov, including how rats make money, surprise firefights are scary, combat is tough, and you're going to die a lot. So I figured I'd break down some of my gameplay so that other beginners can learn from my mistakes and hopefully do better than I am so that they can get off to a better start. So where do I start? I guess I'll start with the concept that rats make money. When I say a rat, I'm talking about someone who avoids all fights, scurries around the map to pick up hidden stashes, and loot spots that other players don't waste their time with. As you can see from this video, I spent a lot of my second day doing scav runs, trying to get across the map to the extraction, while stopping to hit stashes and pick up all the loot I came across. What I also learned about this method of playing is that it is a slow grind. Hitting up the loot spots that other players avoid is a way to generate some rubles, but you're not going to get rich quick. The old adage, nothing ventured, nothing gained, is true when you play as a rat. Now that's not to say you won't come out of raids with some good items from time to time, but it's certainly not going to happen often. I did come across a handful of keys my second day, which was nice, and I definitely began to fill up my stash with a lot of quest items as well as items I'll need for upgrading my hideout down the road. Is this the right way to play as a beginner in Tarkov? I don't really know, to be honest, but I can say that for me at least, it is an acceptable way to play solo raids while figuring out how to safely move around a map. The added benefit to playing scav raids like a rat is that you get to learn pretty quickly where the scav spawns are, as well as where the sniper scavs are, if you're paying attention and looking up from time to time. Finally, you can up your chances of getting some decent loot by killing the random scav you come across, but of course, once you do that, the rest of the scavs are going to be aiming for you. I made it out of a scav raid. Number 2. All right. I was in for 13 minutes, so no run through. No kills, but no deaths. We're just gonna do a little pistol run and see what happens. What else did I learn about how rats make money? There are some pros and cons to running as a PMC in rat runs. First, the upside to making pistol runs as a PMC is that you'll be able to take a backpack and a rig in with you, as well as some armor. Obviously, the backpack and rig will give you storage capacity, so you'll be able to carry more stuff, and subsequently make the runs that much more profitable. You'll also be able to go in with some armor, so you'll have some level of protection from the weaker enemies like scavs and other pistol runners if you do run into them. That leads me into the downside of pistol runs as a PMC, which is that if you die, you lose your gear. There's a fine balancing act between going into a raid with strong enough gear to somewhat protect you, but weak enough that if another player comes across your dead body, they won't pick up your gear and take it with them. Insurance is the saving grace to PMC pistol runs, because if you die to a scav or player with better gear, they'll likely leave your gear so you can get it back later. Personally, I run a pack of armor, the SSH-68 helmet, and whatever cheap rig or backpack I have in my stash. I do put some meds and ammo in my secure container, so if I do die, I won't lose it, but it might save my life. Oh shoot, let's take smugglers. Yeah. Although, it's gonna be a run through, but I don't care. I got some stuff. I got out. I'm okay with it. Ooh, I was in long enough, so it wasn't a run through. Hell yeah. And I made it to level 3. Next comes the humiliating but important combat lessons I learned in my second day. First and foremost, be ready to run if you're outgunned. If the scav or PMC that you run into is better suited for the fight, run immediately. Don't be dumb like me and lay down hoping they won't be able to see you just because you're laying down. I also learned that sometimes you're just going to get a bad spawn and you're going to die almost immediately. Not only did I die within a minute of loading in, but I had no idea where the shots came from. I also learned to make sure you check your fire rate. Very few things will get you hurt quicker than thinking you're on full auto when actually you're on single fire. You're expecting a barrage of bullets to be hurled towards your enemy and you only send one misguided round. Also, make sure you learn where the sniper scavs are when you're playing as a scav, because once you load in as a PMC, they'll actually start shooting at you. They may not always be the best shot in the game, but guaranteed they will hit you at least a couple of times if you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off because you don't know where the shots are coming from. Oh, and aim is still important. I recommend running as many offline raids as a PMC as you need to become sufficient at getting into firefights with scavs. Just like I mentioned in my last video, learn how to become proficient at detecting sounds and where they're coming from. Hearing a scav announce his presence and knowing where the shots are coming from quickly will absolutely save your life. Hip fire can save your life, so if you develop the reflex of firing while you ADS, you might just get that kill shot quicker. Oh, and don't forget to reload. Did I mention sometimes you have to run away? Next, always clear your corners. Players and scav bosses are not going to be as forgiving and oblivious as scavs. Also, don't stop in the middle of an open area like a road to do anything, ever. Did I mention sometimes you have to run away? Finally, don't take a pistol into dorms if you're a beginner. It won't end well. Trust me. Thanks for watching, and feel free to catch my stream on Twitch at the link in the description below.